We're finally back. It's Psychonauts 2. If you know the words, you can join in too. It's been like a week since I played this game. And I'm even like an hour late starting this stream. It is a good thing that I have streaming set up to be basically automatic, so I can just sit down and start streaming. Because I'm flying by the seat of my pants these days. But I'm eager to get back to it. We were in the middle of a cooking game show. Here it is now. We were doing so great. We were basically unstoppable. There should be just one dish remaining in this level, I think. I mean, there's only one box left. Maybe the next dish has a prize, and then there's more. Maybe there'll be secret super prizes. I mean, that's how these reality shows go. They amp the stakes up to ridiculous degrees all the way at the very end. Here's a goat. Because, inexplicably, on top of all the other themes in this level, they also made it goat-themed. Got a cooking theme.
What's that sound?
We got a bee theme, a television theme, and a goat theme.
Almost ready to hit that next button and start.
You know, we might just get through this. Oh, I hope I didn't just jinx it.
Me too, because it's time for our third and final dish.
That answers it. This is the last one.
Lumber Stack Diner. It's the Honey Pepper Pancake Stacker. You'll need another egg.
We're old friends. He boiled my dad and grandfather.
Oh,
Every single one of these has required an egg.
needs to fry.
Oh, but this one's a fry.
Your
A fry
guide.
job.
Next, you'll need a boar.
I'm just a pig, but trust me, I'm game. Get it?
Whatever, as long as that pig gets
Who mic'd the audience?
That's a little sick, man.
and fried.
Even the chop pig is not eager to chop a pig.
To give our pancake stack that signature beehive look, you're going to be using an actual beehive.
Woo, I'm all a buzz.
I wish Cassie were here to handle those bees.
But wait, there's more. The final touch of summery sweetness comes from a watermelon
It's about time.
that's been chopped
Sure, I guess. Kinda still thinking about that pig, though.
and then blended.
Oh. Looks like I'm the big finish.
No pressure, but this is Ford Cruller's favorite dish.
To mess this up would be an insult to the very heart of the Psychonauts.
Yeah.
So, chefs, better get cooking.
I insult the Psychonauts with my very existence, so let's get it going.
You and me, chef. Let's
I honestly feel like we should start with you. You.
Ooh, I knew you couldn't resist me. You like me now. Wait until you see me slide.
Because, it needs to be blended, and the blending takes a very long time. I had to blend in the last one.
Ingredient in position. Now,
I barely survived.
the pork chopper's hook.
Yep. Triangle.
Get out of there, kids. Those blades are sharp.
I forgot all the controls, so that's gonna be fantastic.
Got it. Quick, get
Considering this is the tightest time limit yet.
Okay, time to move.
go. It's a picnic.
Blender. Over that way. Way over that way. Thank you.
that watermelon is still a little chunky. Let's bring it to the blender, chef.
That's a blender. Yeah, the only problem is it takes a very long time to get blending. So you get to work. Uh-oh. Almost died. Beehive. I don't know what that symbol on the beehive means, so that's gonna be great.
Oink, oink.
Give me that pig.
They said I never fly. Look at me now, haters.
This is where it gets gruesome.
Be sliced by the poison.
Shield your eyes.
He's the most famous member of our
You haven't watched all my Manhunt Let's Plays.
This is weird.
Weird is the least of it.
Is that you? Oh no, this just got a lot weird.
Chop chop.
Hey, that wasn't so bad.
Okay.
No kidding? Well, say hi to your dad. It's left over.
Pork chopper loves it. Dream come true. Making bacon.
The next step for Chef would be to fry up those.
So I don't know how it's even possible to do this in the time limit. I don't think there's any chance I'm gonna get that done. Tragically.
Is that honey pepper boar bacon I smell?
Not yet.
And there goes the fire over that way. That should be... Got it.
Get that ingredient back to the serving plate.
Beautiful. Cooked pig. Everyone's favorite. I'm a vegetarian. Oh, hey, that egg. I need that egg,
Let's see
actually.
if he remembers to fry this egg.
Grabbed it accidentally, but I will take it.
Careful with that. Oh, why didn't I stock up on side pops?
Ask myself the same thing every day. I'm burning to death here.
Prefer to be fried whole. Woo! Keep the yolk runny, all right?
So I shattered the egg, but that seems to be a good thing. And there is... You can see the gas coming out of the next burner that's about to light up. So this one. But the egg's cooked.
Ingredient.
Good stuff so far. And we just got to get that egg out of here.
You're moving the hive. Somebody get the queen. I hear the bubbles tickle when you're getting boiled.
Inexplicably boil a beehive. That's a new one by me.
I can feel it.
I'm ready for that beehive, Chef.
There's the watermelon ready to go.
Now that's definitely a safety violation.
Will Chef ignore his conscience and boil that beehive?
30 seconds to go. I don't want to panic you, but I would say get moving.
We might actually make the time limit. It'd be a bit of a miracle. Would be a giant miracle. Yeah, it's not gonna boil in time.
Bring me them
5 seconds.
Not even close. I needed to get this thing boiling way sooner.
Don't worry. Chef can still finish the dish and win over the judges.
Boil faster, you beehive. Ridiculous. Uh-oh. I'm falling.
That would never happen to Cassie.
Well, not dead.
That ingredient looks ready. Now, he just has to get it back to the serving plate.
Should probably just restart so that I could get the prize, but whatever. It's probably not even that good of a prize.
For better or worse, it
Kinda wanna
looks
know
like it's assembled. Just
what the
push
prize
the
would
button
be,
to
though,
serve.
in theory. Oh well.
lumber stack, lumber stack, lumber stack.
Have I mentioned that when prepared improperly, the honey pepper pancake stacker can produce an interesting byproduct? No? I didn't mention the possibility of a deadly swarm of killer bees? Ah, no matter.
Gotta cook those bees
Let's see
thoroughly.
what we got. Reveal the meal.
Is that the tallest stack you could manage?
It's taller than it looks.
Because we put the literal height of the horizontality of the flavor profile, if you will.
That didn't even make sense as food technobabble, but it seems to have worked anyway.
Moderately pleasant.
Everything in moderation, even pleasant.
It looks like you've won over not just our judges, but also our audience.
They love to be cooked.
How do you feel?
Well, I couldn't have done it without this young man here.
No way! You can totally do this on your own now, Agent Bull.
No, don't say that.
That's great to hear. Because it's time for what audience?
Double down!
No!
That's right. It's time to double down. Chef will be cooking alone in our isolation station, completely dependent on his sous chef to gather the ingredients he needs for the final 3 dishes.
3 more dishes, wow.
Well, I'll get you all the ingredients you need.
What do you think, judges? Ready for another course?
No problem. We're professionals.
We might have to make a little room.
We're gonna kill these goats.
First dish is vegetable medley. Ingredients on the board. I'm getting out of here before things get messy.
Let's kill them. Alright, this is a boss fight. It's not actually 3 more meals. It's a boss fight with awesome music. To get myself killed now. Intentionally, obviously. It's just convenient that these bosses deal a ridiculous amount of damage very, very quickly. Because I wanted to die there. Definitely would not have survived without a death. So better to get it done sooner than wait it out.
It looks like you've won a...
Okay, so we need the onion. There's no audience. How am I gonna get an onion?
Please stay clear of the goat rich for my sake. Well, it's about time you found one.
That's an onion. Got it. Surprisingly.
An egg.
Bit of body horror from the hand puppets. Pretty awesome, if we're being honest.
Chef seems to be holding it together in the isolation station.
I can roll over the vomit without penalty,
One of those disgusting
as long as I stay on my levitation ball.
This.
Are you an egg?
finally.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I need a strawberry for this dish. Why are you touching that regurgitated matter?
This boss is not taking much damage. Well, it's not taking any damage so far. So what should I be doing? There's no strawberries here.
This young boy reminds me of a dog I used to have. Used to love to roll around in vomit.
I remember the content warnings at the beginning. Warning you about vomit. This is what they were warning you about.
I don't want this. No offense.
Many hours later, that warning came to fruition in a big way.
Perfect choice.
This is quite disgusting.
Is it too late?
Final ingredient. Now I just have to make this dish all by myself.
Let's get him gorged.
I shall certainly try. You stay safe down there while I do my best.
There's puke monsters and regrets.
We did it.
As you know, in the double down round, the chef's assistant must serve the dish to the judges.
Nice work from Connie.
This young man has a passion for service.
Do I just hammer the triangle button? Okay, I was overthinking that. Just hammer triangle as fast as you can, and auto dies.
Oh, it looks like our judge liked that dish. Perhaps a little too much. Oh, but it looks like someone's ready to get back in the mix. It's gonna be messy. I'm out of here. Second dish is royal borscht. Good luck.
This just keeps getting creepier. This is a very disturbing segment. Was not prepared for this. This had been pretty cute. Until this very moment. Bread.
Exactly what the chef ordered.
Slightly for vomit on this one, but I'll cover it up with spices.
Cooking that puke. Just let these guys puke stuff up so that we can feed it back to them. Also, if you have misophonia and certain sounds disturb you, this has to be unwatchable. Sorry about that.
Occasions like this.
I like this segment a lot, but it is not accessible to all. This has definitely been a less involved level than the casino level. The casino level was ridiculously long. This level's probably only about an hour total. Maybe a little less.
Goat is charging.
This honestly might be the shortest level I've played in any Psychonauts game.
What do you think, audience?
All the levels inside people's brains in the first game were at least an hour long. Like an hour 15, an hour 20, usually. This is not an egg. Not even slightly.
Is anybody even listening to me?
I did not mean to send it into the portal. But if you do that, the phase ends. Good to know.
You can do this, Compton. Just clear your mind.
Which I had not done that. Pretty severe slowdown.
Here comes some fresh candidates. Is a strong word.
Nuke's here.
Put that down. You'll spoil the dish. Oops.
Get that guy out of here.
Why is he picking up the wrong ingredients?
Beautiful. You got a puke egg.
Yes, I'll take it from here. Brace yourself for a hastily prepared dinner down there.
And they're cooking. Soon we will serve as the waitstaff, if I don't die. Which is honestly going pretty badly.
Side pop right now.
Now it's going a lot better. Thanks to health recovery items. I'm playing very, very sloppily.
That, ladies and gentlemen, it looks incredible, but yet the judges say it's inedible.
Serve it before it gets up and walks away.
It's definitely a bit difficult, but not as hard as I'm making it. Gorge you on sour cream. Just a full meal of sour cream.
Let's see if our second
Would make
judge
anyone
can
puke to
exercise
death.
a little more moderate. Uh-oh, someone's been overserved. And it looks like they're getting ready to flip out. But our final dish is no laughing matter. Mess up these jam tarts, and you'll find yourself in a sticky situation.
There should be a health refill in here. Spent a lot of health getting it though, which is brilliant. Not a beehive.
I don't want that.
Rats, this isn't what I need.
Well, I got the beehive at least.
Relatively speaking.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Here comes the spatula.
Where are all the watermelons?
Give me the health. Stop giving me puke. Unless it has an ingredient inside. Is that too much to ask?
Exactly the thing. Hurry now.
Got that nice and quick at least. Probably one more ingredient. We'll be all set.
I think I might never eat again.
Might never eat again. Yeah, that's a reasonable reaction to what we're seeing here. Off I go. Oh well, I'm almost at full health again. So I think we're gonna be just fine. There's a lot of forced waiting in this fight.
Might hold the key to our victory.
So it's a good thing it's a cool fight. With a good atmosphere, good music, good everything.
Oh, he's got the wrong ingredient again. Seems like the sous chef.
Is the right ingredient even in here? There we go. That should do it.
I don't feel like this one.
Just gotta kill this wave of enemies.
In a minute.
We'll be all set. They're the hardest possible enemies. And their very existence is causing the most slowdown humanly possible. It looks like that's on my screen as well. The game seems to have frozen. Anything I can do about this? I've got the strangest feeling it will not checkpoint me in the middle of this boss fight where I leave off. So this is a tad unfortunate, so I might have to do this fight again. So... let's do the needful. Obviously, we should go to the PlayStation Store and buy the patch that fixes the game. That seems like a very PlayStation move. Ah, it worked! It's a miracle! Going to the PlayStation Store legitimately saved this boss fight. Capitalism wins again. Okay, it's about to break. I think the hammer might be the problem. Let's get this hammer. Well, it's slightly fewer resources at least. The PS4 cannot handle this game. This is disturbing. I appreciate its valiant effort. And I'm glad I don't have to reset the entire boss fight. But this is certainly a bit rough. Shame about modern consoles trying their hardest to be forwards compatible and not always pulling it off. I'm gonna start smacking him with my melee attack. This guy needs to die quickly. Wow, that attack did a lot of damage. So I should not use my melee attack. I sure wish Ford would stop vomiting. That's the problem. Too much puke. The puke's not even doing anything. The challenge of it is the slowdown it induces. Give me that hammer. This will be over soon enough. At least. It might actually kill me, though. As performing this relatively simple fight is significantly more difficult than it would be otherwise. Under more ideal circumstances. You'll get to eat soon enough, goats. Does your greed know no bounds? This is at least an instance where I cannot be blamed for anything happening. Truly just weird console shenanigans. It's not giving me my Psy Blast, which is weird. That is one of my most reliable ways to deal damage to the judges. But that like doesn't read my inputs because I'm losing so many frames at this point. Whereas my other attacks involve holding a button. And holding buttons is being read properly. Which is good. Let's charge up a nice Fire Blast. There. The judge is on fire. The fire does add additional particle effects, which seems to also add additional slowdown. My favorite. The judge has no HP left, so he really should be dead here soon. Please die. This is no longer a fight. There's virtually no gameplay happening. I don't even know how you're still standing. You have no HP left. Surely you're about to die. Up. All the hammers back. Maybe one more hammer to the face will end this. Sounds like it. Stop milking your death. And for the love of God, Ford, stop puking. Stop puking. You're even puking during the cutscene. This is ridiculous. How much stomach ammo did we give you?
Well, who are these jammy fellows?
Okay, I feel like he's not even supposed to be puking, and this is also a glitch. Because this legitimately doesn't make sense. He's like doing other animations while puking. Yeah, this is all thoroughly broken.
Serve them quickly, young man. You'll never know what these tarts might do.
And it's frozen again currently. Let's go to the store. Solve our problems with capitalism again. And then try hopping back into the game, maybe? I think last time it only worked because I waited a sufficiently long time. So let's just have a look around real quick. Yes, it worked. And he's no longer puking, all is well. He's about to die. We did it. The ultimate challenge. We earned this.
Run for the hills, folks!
Well, I don't know about you, but I've certainly had my fill of excitement.
He was
today.
handling the puppets
All right,
all
everybody,
along.
Let's clean up this mess. Come on, get a move on. Clean kitchen, clean mind.
You see, this is why I usually get takeout.
So that was a really, really cool boss fight. Until it stopped working. But it didn't crash. We can always say that for it. It did not crash. And I legitimately never would have thought that one of the most disturbing segments I've ever seen in a video game would be in a T-rated game. But that was pretty cool. All around, very good. A technical nightmare. Not at all optimized for PS4 performance. Barely adequate. Hopefully nothing else in the game causes any similar issues. But if it only does this once, we're all set.
Oh, that is so Cassie. But what do you mean they won't let her out?
What librarian?
Here, my boy. You've earned this. I need to go find Cassie right away. Lost? We'll never get lost. I know that forest like the back of my hand.
Wait, don't you want help? Guess he doesn't.
We did it. We rendered Compton independent.
With this senior league pass, I can get to Agent Crawler in the bowling alley and try to reconnect that aspect of his mind. The bowling aspect.
That'll give us access to 1/3 of Ford Crawler. Which is not even the real Ford Crawler. So, clearly, we are well on our way. Also, there might be an entire level involved with getting Bowling Alley Crawler to do anything for us. Let's find out. Load screens. Another deadly foe here. Exclusive to the PS4 version. I assume other versions also suffer from load times. But they probably aren't as severe on your PS5s, your PS6s, etc. I honestly wouldn't know, though. It's very strange that consoles generally can actually maintain all the technical elements of a video game. They just struggle to load them properly for the most part. A lot of PC games are like that as well. I've always had an underpowered PC. And it will often load and play video games. But it will chug unbelievably badly. So I guess it shouldn't be that surprising. Technically functional, but barely, and it ain't pretty. Alright. I have a lot of money. And he's got some new items. Maybe I should buy a fancy pin. I'm a high enough level for some of this crap. Bedazzling fists. Permanent money decrease. But we cannot use it until I hit level 50. Which is absurd. Why would you put a limitation like that on a thing? And Titanium drop rate? These would both be fantastic to have, but I'm not allowed to have them. That is artificially gating my basic needs. And not draining as much mental energy would probably be great. That I will be able to use fairly soon. But it's not very good. And this... throw an enemy's days for longer. None of these are very good at all. Better magnetism. That seems fine. And immunity to doubt goo. Oh, that's perfect. We're buying the glass cannon.
Just keep that in your pocket until you have the rank to use it.
Can't use it for 2 more levels, but as soon as I do, I assume it will be equipped automatically, and it will make my life much better. Let me just buy some more side pouches. Oh, I could have bought a larger wallet. Barely. But I don't need it. More side pops. Let's actually buy some too.
My mental energy has been lagging a little.
And we can hold a dream fluff. I think that's a full heal if I use it. I'll take it.
Good choice. Dream Fluff saved my psychic butt. Delicious. And good for your mental energy.
And Psy cores. Do I need Psy cores? I've got 25 cars. I definitely need Psy cores.
Let's combine that Psycore with your card so you can rank.
Oh, I can use my glass cannon right now. Beautiful. We are about to deal tremendous amounts of damage. Let's make sure that equipped properly. In this segment, yeah. Love it. Love being a glass cannon. Okay, so I guess we save up for bigger wallets and stuff. And these things. That's always what I do in these video games, is I try to hoard money. And then I end up with too much money. But that is a good problem to have. No one complains about having too much money. Certainly not anyone I want to listen to anyway. Alright. Let's go bowling. We've earned it.
Open up!
Look a little young for the senior league,
I keep all my gray hidden under the helmet.
Ah, good tip.
Alright. We're good at being old. An old pro. This 10-year-old.
Yoink.
Okay, we're not allowed to manually knock over the pins. Oh, I got plenty of keys. And I don't think there's actually a maximum number of keys we can hold. There is a maximum number of keys in each area. And I approach that maximum in a few areas that I've been to. That is a full core, which I'll take. Another level up.
Where did I put that stapler?
Who the hell is Chet? And why am I hearing them? Hey, Oleander's in here. How did Oleander get in here? He doesn't have a senior club card. And he certainly didn't help Compton's brain work any better, the way I had to.
Hi, kid.
Hey, Coach. Aren't you supposed to stay away from, you know, death machine plans?
This is no death machine, soldier. This is a machine of peace to protect the people you love from Maligula.
Whatever you say.
What do you call your peace machine?
The Psycho Mech Battle Bot.
Are you still gonna make that thing?
Those penny pinchers cut it from the budget.
Well, maybe that's a good thing?
Yeah, now I can make it without any official oversight.
Hey, Oleander has gone completely berserk once again. We looked away for, admittedly, like 6 hours, and he's the villain again. But I don't think he's going to be a very effective villain, because we have actually good villains at our disposal.
Well, I'll leave you to your plans.
Plans that will save your life, soldier.
Whatever you say, Warmonger.
Hey, are you sure you're old enough to be an intern?
Famous last words.
Whee!
Oh, she likes being telekinesed.
Bean counters.
These people are not going to help me in any way. Are you going to help me?
Hey, can I get a drink?
What, are you kidding?
Not at all. I have irrefutable evidence of my age, so you will serve me. I've saved the world like a dozen times.
Hello.
Not now, kid. Busy.
I found Chet. He's not helping anybody.
Watch it. This
Hey, Ford.
shoes aren't ready yet.
What you doing there?
Time to disinfect these bowling shoes. But I think I'm losing the fight.
Would you mind if I stepped inside your mind for a minute?
Sure. Better than you stepping inside one of these shoes. I tell you, it's like Germ City in there.
We actually have a consensual invitation to a person's brain. Extremely rare. We've also earned ourselves a loading screen. Everyone's favorite. At least when you're outside, they'll show a bunch of cute animals doing repetitive animations for the entirety of a loading screen, but it randomly generates which animal does the animations. But here you just get the vortex. So, if I am...
Giddy up! Whoa! Okay, it's just like a giant thought bubble, made of bricks.
If I'm reading the gameplay loop properly, we have to complete a level in order to get access to each variation of Ford Cruller, who then requires us to complete a level.
You aren't going to show this to the others, are you?
And we're gonna have to do this at least 3 times to restore Ford.
Wow.
Which is one of the things we need to do in order to help. Whatever the hell his name is. The Zonato guy. Truman Zonato.
Gotta remember where I parked that thing.
This is a ridiculous fetch quest. Very comparable to the one in the first game where we had to solve all the problems of everyone in the asylum in order to advance one step in the tower. Because we refused to just jump around one guy.
The couple that came here on the date, Ford and Lucy?
Yeah, they were just here a second ago. Cute couple.
Any idea where they went?
They went bowling. Duh! That away.
Out of here, you germ.
Yep. Oh.
Why are we listening to germs anyway? I thought germs were the problem. So, is this version of Ford Cruller stricken with obsessive compulsive disorder? Is that the issue at hand?
Hey now, no crossing the foul line.
Let's roll.
Not allowed to do that. Can I do this? Yes. Yes, I may.
Here goes nothing.
Right through the tunnel of love.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is cool looking. Really cool looking. At the very beginning, I was not as into the look of this game as I was the first game.
Hey, look at that giant Ford head. Wonder if there's any brains in there.
More than you got, Sonny.
Because the first game had perhaps the best aesthetic in any game I can remember recently playing. So this game did not compare favorably to that.
All hail Guy the Prophet.
But now it sort of does. It's coming into its own.
Mind in here to reconnect. I'll bet it's up in that giant bowling pin head.
Giant bowling pin head.
Come on, not in front of my
Hey man, watch the ride.
Smash these germs who do not die, they just bounce right back. Resilient ass germs. More smoking advertisements. Just explicit advertisements for smoking. How did they get away with this? That's, of all the things they've thrown at me, I'm never going to get over how much smoking is referenced and depicted in this game. Because that is increasingly rare in all media.
You, down by that ball polisher. A little help.
True love never dies. That's beautiful. I like this germ.
Can you give me a little boost, fella, huh?
Sure, whatever the hell you want. Romantic germ. Damn it. Not allowed to take this ball, I guess. Okay, I can, and shall, and must. And will.
Hey, you think that hurt? That didn't hurt.
I needs to fix that rail crane, and you're gonna help me, okay?
You got it.
That's the stuff. Here we go. Almost there, buddy. Just keep running.
Okay. Everything in this world is operated with bowling balls. Makes a certain amount of sense.
Yeah, that ball is too slick to ride now.
So I think we're mostly seeing the obsession aspect of obsessive-compulsive
I
disorder,
think I hear some emotional baggage nearby.
as everything here is about bowling. There's also
Man,
germs.
This thing's big.
The germs are like seemingly incidental. They don't seem to be doing much. They're just citizens. And a big can of spray paint.
I know what you're up to, kid.
You're not all that late, Blast Tyrant. I've only been playing like close to an hour. You missed the vomit boss fight. I had to fight while waist deep in puke for about 15 minutes. So that might be worth checking out the VOD. That was actually a really, really cool boss fight. Never seen anything quite like that in a video game. That's one thing you can count on Psychonauts for. Things you've never seen before and will never see again. Those sorts of things are increasingly valuable as one experiences more and more media throughout their life. With that jump,
Suitcase tag.
love is forever. So this is partially about Ford and that other new character we haven't heard anything about yet, who is clearly going to be Maligula, and the fact that they used to be in love. I'm very bad at this platforming. Simple as it is. We can always correct our direction by jumping, and I need to do that more often.
Even if I don't live to see
We can
it,
always
there will be
do that.
A tomorrow.
It's like weird doomsaying. Romantic doomsaying. Yep, careful. See, that's how easy it is to save it. Just by jumping. They checkpointed us rather generously. Dropped me off basically right where I fell, so thoroughly acceptable. Okay, that was intentional.
Sorry. I'll pay for that. Hey, excuse me. Please! Coming through!
Hey, I know that guy.
They wanted me to fall and die.
If I'm gonna get to Ford, I need to fix that broken rail on the Kingpin Express before someone arrests me.
How to fix a broken rail, I guess. This is the slightest bit similar to the kaiju level from the first game, where we infiltrate a pre-existing city of strange citizens and just sort of hang out with them.
Let's lay some track. When the world gets destroyed, I want it to be perfect.
Do the shit they tell me to do.
Buddy, that ain't the
stay.
Not gonna give me a backup bowling ball? Thank you.
Ooh, this one's pretty.
Raz always has good aesthetic taste. 10-year-old that he is. Uh-oh. I'm hurling myself over the edge. You know, I never played Arkham City, but I do own it. For the Wii U of all things.
Coming your way.
Maybe I should try that out sometime. I liked Asylum quite a bit. But I didn't like when it switched to open world.
You'll be sorry.
I don't give a portion of a shit about Batman as a character. So, Asylum was a hard sell for me. Still ended up liking it. But I've consistently heard that Arkham City is fantastic. I did watch a Let's Play of Arkham City, but I don't remember much of anything about it. And the Let's Play was 100%. You kind of don't want to do 100% if you're trying to convey the story of that game, because that means you are constantly distracting from the story and losing track of it. Yeah, that was D Scruffy One's Let's Play. Watched his Let's Play of the entire series. Fantastic, consistently.
Hi.
Little hard to follow the stories, though. Too thorough.
Great time's over, germs.
I've never done a true open world game myself. The Darkness was technically open world, but it was a pathetic open world that no one would really call open world. So the open world elements really did not get in the way that badly.
I think I hear something.
I haven't played very much Elder Scrolls. I was mostly talking about stuff that I've Let's Played. I used to really, really, really be into the Grand Theft Auto series. Obviously. We were all teenagers in the early 2000s there, when everyone was really into Grand Theft Auto. This thing keeps blocking the screen.
No elevator rides for the moment, I'm afraid. Come back later. Our elevator needs a moment.
What happens if I plant a ball here anyway?
Oh, Bobit, you beautiful pile of rocks.
Not a damn thing.
No elevator rides for the moment, I'm afraid.
How do I fix this elevator?
Sorry, elevator is having some issues.
Let's see. We got... It's just a big cloud. Oh, this is how we fix it. That was obvious. However, I can't get the ball through here. I should probably stream some Grand Theft Auto, if we're honest. See if it holds up for me. I know a lot of the humor doesn't. God damn, does Grand Theft Auto humor not always hold up.
Bowling balls only. I just waxed the wood.
So somehow I need the bowling ball up there. The only way to do that is to use the elevator. So you need to use the elevator to fix the elevator? If I'm reading this correctly?
No elevator rides for the moment, I'm afraid.
That's a new issue by me.
Come back later. Our elevator needs a moment.
Seems a bit insurmountable. If the issue is as I understand it.
Hey, everybody! Ella's working
Oh.
again, so don't bother hoofing it upstairs on your own, whatever
Okay,
you do.
that fixed the elevator.
Hey, would you stop? Oh, come on, Elle. We talked about this.
And that's why we fixed the elevator,
I'm gonna dock you pay for that.
as a shortcut.
Listen, going up. Second floor is as far as we can go right now. Sorry.
But yeah, I definitely intend to LP some open world games. And that is going to be a project.
Break time's over, Germs.
It's probably not going to be worth it. Because no one watches anything I do unless it's Twisted Metal.
Messing around.
But I still like to do other things. Get over here, Girder.
It's too sticky to jump here.
I can't jump, but I don't need to. Don't care about that figment. As much as I am trying to grind out levels. Uh-oh. Fallen. Save it. Defy physics and save it.
Yes, back in action.
There we go. That's a checkpoint. Excellent.
Attention! Our beloved elevator now goes all the way to the top. No need to climb up there on your own.
It's amazing that you can actually save some of these jumps.
Except, of course, that it's ending.
There's only one half a mind in this entire area. So I can't even create an entire mind with the collectibles present here. And that gets the bowling ball to the thing, which I then immediately hurl over the edge. But that's fine. Perfectly fine.
Will some germ get off their butt and get the
Ooh. Kung Fu Man is working on Splatterhouse Remastered again? That is news to me. I unfollowed his YouTube a long time ago because it had been years without updates. That's legitimately exciting. I will leap on top of that if he ever finishes it. Which I still would not expect, because that is a impossibly massive undertaking for one human. But if he does it, I will do everything in my power to promote it.
You found your path.
My power leaves a lot to be desired. But you know, I did just complete a GoFundMe. Like,
I think this Ford Lucretia romance was more serious than I realized.
my GoFundMe did successfully reach its goal, miraculously, so maybe I'm more capable than I realized. Ford and Lucy.
Sorry.
Dying. I'm destroying romance as I talk about my GoFundMe. Perfect. Thematically appropriate.
It's here! Just like I said!
Here comes the big...
It's the end of spring!
The big one!
So beautiful!
Wow, that is some additional body horror. You don't see this every day. And the extremely exaggerated inhuman art style is actually doing a little bit to dull the impact of this. If this were a more realistic character design, this would be even more disturbing than it already is.
Hey, bowlers aren't allowed in here. Now get before I spray you. Don't touch that. That's private. Oh!
You loved her?
Her name is Lucretia, but I called her Lucy. And even from that first date in that grimy bowling alley, I knew. Knew that it was too good to last forever? Hey, all relationships end one way or another. Well, I just didn't think it would end so badly. Hey, cheer up. Even gutter balls return. Eventually.
Bowling Alley Ford only understands bowling alleys, but is still packed with wisdom. What we're seeing now is being played on the PS4 and cannot be played on any new or older consoles than that. This is the oldest possible console that plays this game. It was a 16-year gap between releases. So, yeah, this game, it relies on its art design. I do think the graphics are solid, but there are certainly higher fidelity graphics on more modern consoles. Also, I'm streaming in an extraordinarily low bitrate because I have very low bandwidth to work with. So that is, you know, limiting the effect of these high quality graphics. But this is by no means the best graphics this console is capable of producing. Far from it. The art design, however, top notch to make up for that. Oh, she's dead. Okay, she survived.
Got one piece of Ford's mind connected.
Seemed to have amnesia, though.
I hope I'm doing the right thing, but Agent Zanotto is right. We'll need Ford at full capacity if we're gonna have a chance against Maligula.
So that was 2 levels to recover 1/3 of Ford. Four more levels where that came from.
Oh, you look just like my nephew.
If we're lucky.
Hey, kid.
And I don't even have a clue where the next level might be.
Psy cards piling up. Turn them into Psy challenge markers with a Psy core from the auto.
Got a handful of cash, which ain't too bad. I think I'm light on Psy cards. There's often money in the food. Probably not money in the bathroom that I'm not allowed to go into anyway. I should really figure out how to get the hell up there, because that is a full level up. It's waiting to be grabbed. Let's try this jump again.
Oh, hello.
Maybe I'm better at the game now. Or maybe it's still not possible. Nope. It's totally possible.
Hey, Harold, seen Fort Cruller around here lately?
Harold's still useless. He did knock that tray over the edge and then knocked himself over the edge. Not a lot of survival instinct
I shouldn't be doing
on
this.
little Harold. Gonna want to fly over there. Easy enough. Don't know if I can make it all the way over there. That seems improbable. Yeah.
Oh, you look just like my nephew.
Not the way I'm doing it, anyway. So far, I like the first game better. But everything about this game has been increasingly impressive. So if it swung the other way, I would be very unsurprised. But the first game was amazing. Very, very stiff competition. And it is absolutely on par so far. At risk of overtaking its predecessor. I get this guy out of here. Yeah. Gets me a money cache. Cash money. In the money cache. It's funny, even I started this stream late. I was gonna start it at 3, my usual time. And I was way too tired, started it at 4 instead. And it's a good thing I did, because everyone showed up late anyway.
Excuse me, Ford?
Sorry, with a client right now. Obviously.
Think you'll be done with that haircut soon?
Please, you can't rush an artist.
I see a big missing chunk on this side.
What's that?
Not to fear, only temporary. All part of the process.
Would you mind if I jumped into your mind for a second? Just to even out some split ends.
If it'll keep you quiet, then go right ahead.
Hey, look at that. We did not have to do a level in order to start this level. So maybe we can do the fragments of Fort Crawler back to back to back. With significantly less downtime between them. And these levels that I've been going through have been very, very short compared to the average Psychonauts experience. They're maintaining a good quality and they aren't overstaying their welcome. But the Hollis Forsyth level was the longest level I played so far in the Psychonauts series, and it was spectacular. Top tier. Candidate for the best level in the whole series. So they can do long levels and still make them good. Grulovia invaded. That is Raz's fictional country of origin. Well known for facing hard times. Izar Theodore's desperate plea for help. A war-torn nation. I got stuck on some hair. Was able to jump out of it pretty easily. Seems like I should be able to climb this geometry, but it doesn't seem like they're going to let me. That's the thing about the PS4 generation. A lot of invisible walls and railroading.
Someone's looking a little shaggy. Well, not to worry. A fresh cut and you'll feel like a whole new person. Just make sure you cut away the right parts, or your old friends won't recognize you.
I'm here to recover a piece of Ford's mind, and something tells me it's up in that lighthouse.
All right, get to the lighthouse. It's like playing World of Horror. You get to the lighthouse, you win. I have died in the lighthouse so many times in World of Horror that I know better than to speak that exact phrase that I just spoke. That was a cool death sequence. That only cost me 1 pip of health. So well worth it. Should I shoot this swirly gig? Possibly. Yeah. Always shoot the swirly gig. Seems like this might be an optional path, though. Let's find out. Yeah, we got a golden bacon, which is not one of the established types of collectibles in this game.
I like shiny things.
But it is an automatic level up. It's a nugget of wisdom. Okay. They look like staffs of Hermes in Hollis's level, because Hollis is a doctor. Ford is a bacon enthusiast. So here they look like bacon. And that's pretty cool that they redesigned them per mine that you're invading. Another good touch. They're constantly over-designing things. Really, really brutalizing their art design department because they know it's their greatest strength. The person who is the art director on at least the first game, and I think this game as well, is named Scott Campbell. And I had to look that up just to make sure it's not the same Scott Campbell who is the series producer for Twisted Metal. Because that would have been a fantastic coincidence, but it's not. There's a different Scott Campbell. It's a generic enough name that there can absolutely be 2 Scott Campbells in similar creative roles in completely different video game franchises. But excellent work. Both Scott Campbells. Although the Twisted Metal Scott Campbell directed Rogue Trip Vacation 2012. So I don't know if I'll forgive him for that. But he's got enough goodwill that I'll allow it this time. Got millions of rats.
Every head has its undesirables.
Ah, these aren't rats, they're mites. Head lice. But the hair expert says every head's got some. High and Tight magazine, military hairstyles. You're gonna need them if you're in Grilovia, where they are constantly at war, looking for more people to join the military.
I can't jump with these things on.
Ah, it's just another thing to keep me from jumping around.
I hate these things. I wish I could just blow them away.
Blow them away, you say, huh? I can clairvoyance them. I wish I hadn't, because it made me leap over the edge. What happens if I jump in the water now? Will it teleport me back to the top where I just was? Yes. I love this game's checkpoints. They're very generous, but typically very well placed. Generous checkpoints are good.
Are they made of asbestos?
What? You want flammable bugs on your head? Not safe.
So I can't shoot them, can't burn them.
This is frustrating.
Not allowed to bring out the levitation ball at all. Yeah, as soon as I try to levitate over them, they grab me. I can't make that jump until these things are dead. I gotta, like, manually aim this.
Yeah, get lost, Vice.
You think you get rid of those things, but they always seem to come back.
Yeah, that was a bit of a miraculous shot, but that's exactly what we needed to do. Fair enough. I figured it out quickly enough that I guess that was a reasonable challenge. I'll allow it. Uh-oh. That was just blatantly terrible timing. And that wasn't much better. We gotta use our levitation ball to get enough forward distance that we can then use the hot air balloon to get into this. And I used the hot air balloon too early. I'm quite bad at this right now, but I'm certain I will be able to handle it any moment now. That's how it's done. Quite simple. We got another hairdryer somewhere? Perhaps. It looks like a hairdryer button. So I guess I'm heading over that way to go press that button.
Hey, now this is their home. You're just a visitor.
These ones are already dead because they've been touched by the barbicide. Let's spill some barbicide. You know, I didn't expect fire to do that, but the fire did that.
Oh my. Well, accidents happen.
Yeah, that was no accident. That was brilliant problem solving.
Brilliant problem solving. Apply every ability you can think of until one of them works. La Crue. I think that's Noir. For a new and darker you. It was hair dye that turned Maligula evil all along. She was mild-mannered Lucretia. Going goth turned her into one of history's greatest villains. Not even once with that hair dye. So I guess the theme of this segment of the game is just everything's got to be really gross. Because we got showered in vomit right at the very beginning. Everything was germs in the last level. Everything is head lice in this level. Not the grossest things in the world. I'm not legitimately disgusted or anything. But I definitely wouldn't want to be eating while playing / watching this. And it has been like this for an hour and a half. Disgusting the entire time. Tide's turning Grilovia. New War Minister rides. Wave of victories. That is Maligula. Good for her. She's good at war. Hey, half a mind. They give you quite a few HP increases. Heart containers. You know, I didn't get a vault. in the last area, which means I probably missed a vault in the bowling alley. And that's a damn shame. The vaults are great. Sci-Time magazine. Pretty lazy parody. Paranormal person of the new year. Maligula. Damn destruction drowns dozens in destabilized dictatorship. Czar flees the coup d'etat. Things not going well in Grulovia, as we know. Can anyone stop Mad Maligula? She is gone mad with power. So the Psychonauts step in to murder her. And so they did. We know that. We are in the part of history where she's already been murdered. This vault is telling me nothing. Look at him go. Paratrooping. To be the first on the scene. Let's kill that lady. I mean, maybe it's not Lucretia. But so far, everything has strongly suggested that Lucretia is Maligula. That was the first thing that sort of implied that it is at least possible that that is not the case. Okay, I do need to kill these because of these mites. Could probably get around it if I knew exactly what I needed to do. But since I now need to investigate the area a little bit, I would like to do that in relative peace. And sensors are not going to allow that. So sensors must die. Always more sensors, though. That bobby pin has been burned. It seemed like maybe there could be some kind of puzzle where I could telekinesis the bobby pin into a wall and then climb it. And there may yet be. Can't rule it out, but things would get very complicated if that were the case. Because that's basically what ruined the meat circus in the first game, is having to build platforms that you would then have to climb yourself. Let's see. Mercifully, it does not allow me to pick up bobby pins. So I will not have to do what I just described. What I will have to do instead is, I guess,
So sick of these bugs. Yep, at least I know how to deal with them now.
check out these mites. These ones are protesting.
A little hydrocide would make this area a lot less lousy.
Fight for your rights, Lice. Until I murder you. Good old Union Buster Raz.
Sorry, insects, but you're in my way.
What have you done?
Cleaned up the streets?
Those were peaceful protesters, Lucy.
Lucy?
Oh, God. Well, Lucretia definitely is Maligula. And, boy, is she ever a war criminal. So, good riddance to her, no wonder. Or to eventually resolve to murder her. Despite his obvious preference to not do that.
I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby.
Hey! We're solving emotional baggage. Making Ford feel that little bit better. Victory shampoo. Nice of Lucretia to advertise all these products that helped turn her evil. We all knew those herbal essences commercials were the source of all society's ills. Whole world went to hell once we allowed orgasm jokes to be played on national television. Which I only recently realized that it was because it was like organic shampoo, and the word organic sounds like orgasmic.
Ford, I just saw you. Remember the bacon?
I can't even recognize the person you become. I feel a bad storm gathering. Drawn close. Very close. Hey guys, that's a little bit too close, okay?
So let's Rapunzel our way up here with cool perspective shifts and constantly changing gravity. And ground that moves beneath our feet. You gotta be fast, so obviously levitation is required. Levitation is always required. And even when it's not required, it's a good idea. And if we make one mistake, we go all the way back to the beginning. Surprising that I made it all the way to the end without making a mistake on my first attempt. I don't think I will be so lucky ever again. Now this is going to take 1,000 tries because I didn't immediately hop on the ladder that I made it all the way to in one attempt. Ah, well. When in doubt, I will have to hop off of my levitation orb for better control.
Wait a minute. You're not Lucy.
It is such a relief to hear you say that.
You're something from deep inside her. Something dangerous we accidentally unlocked.
Still hallucinating. Obviously, we gotta rip a shard of mirror out of his brain. Then he won't be hallucinating anymore. Or ever again. And we've done it.
Hey, you lousy little Mike, how'd you get in here? Don't push me. I'll gargle a whole bottle of hydrocide if I need to.
Lucretia went to Grulovia.
She went back to protect her family, to help her country. Oh, but it changed her. War changes everybody. Inside all of us, we all have dark roots. Well, sometimes we need that darkness to survive. Careful. Sometimes it's hard to get it back in the bottle.
So Ford's backstory is a bit dark for a 10-year-old to be unraveling. But I like it so far. I'm engaged. I can definitely see how it played out like this. Maligula returned to her home country because it was facing strife. She did a lot of good, but she did that using a war, which inevitably leads to horrifying atrocities, just indescribable evil, which is exactly where it led her. So Ford had to step in and kill her. All makes perfect sense.
Oh, sorry, Ford. I dozed off there for a sec. Ford? Huh. I guess he finished up. Well, if you see Ford, tell him he did a great job. I feel like a completely different person.
Only one more piece of Ford's mind to reconnect. I'm making progress. But what if Maligula shows up here? And Ford's not ready? I need to hurry up.
Red, white, and blue hair.
There's Bob Zanotto, pioneer in human-plant telepathy. And he's Lily's great uncle.
Well, this is actually interesting and pithy. It's a nice, quick way to learn about the Psychic Six.
That's Cassiopeia, best-selling author of Mind Swarm, expert in extreme multitasking and mental compartmentalization. She claimed to have independent control of every cell in her brain, controlling them like a swarm of bees.
There are like 15 different ways to learn about every member of the Psychic Six. They're all pretty interesting, but a bit redundant as well. Let's get a little reminder on some of the basics.
Helmut Fulbear explored a synthesis of psychic powers in the arts. Sadly, he was lost in the Battle of Grulovia.
I have a feeling he'll be found, at least in some capacity, somewhere in this game. Because I know who his voice actor is. It's one of the celebrity guests.
Ford Cruller, the greatest psychonaut of all time, and a close personal friend of mine, I might add.
It's true. You'd think we'd be a higher-ranking psychonaut as a result.
Compton Boole, master of telepathy. If he's anything like his grandson Dogen, he can be a little dangerous if he gets overwhelmed, which is often.
Why have I not gained the ability of Zoolepathy yet? Sounds awesome.
Otto Mentalis was Ford's first recruit. Used Psytanium to engineer psycho-reactive and psycho-enhancing devices.
Sure. The least character of the whole bunch.
Oh, you look just like my nephew.
He just solves problems by accepting money. And that is about it. A human shop.
Card mice, some brand new items here.
He's got more new items? He's got new items every single time I talk to him. He is good at being a capitalist. That's for sure. I'll say that about him. I still cannot wield these. I can get a level up if I buy core.
Let's combine that Psycore with your card so you...
Nowhere near level 50, which is where I want to be. And I don't have enough money to get the next wallet upgrade, but that's also fine. I could maybe do that if I ran around this hub area. Just did a quick lap around here. Grab the money that is always lying around here. Because it tends to be quite a bit of money.
Excuse me, but how would you feel about me putting you in the body of Nick for the mailroom?
Young man, that is not a polite question.
I wouldn't ask, but it's really important.
Sorry, but it's gross. If you need a brain, go see Otto Mentalis. He's got hundreds of them in his brain frame.
Where's his brain frame?
In his lab on the other side of the quarry, right across from the mother lobe. Can't miss it.
Huh. So I didn't expect a brain in a hamster ball to just sort of show up. But there it is. And we're gonna need more of them to fix up Nick with a donor brain so that we can then get closer to the next version of Ford. So here's a fetch quest. A good old-fashioned fetch quest. You know it's Psychonauts, and you're doing fetch quests.
What am I doing?
If you're aggressively opposed to that sort of thing, this is not the game for you. And thus far, this has been the sort of game for me, so I'm not actually complaining. Just pointing out the nature of what I see. There we go. That's enough for a wallet upgrade, a wallet that I absolutely cannot fill, because I cannot wield the upgrades. Give me extra Psytanium. Yeah, just can't get these upgrades. But that is a $5,000 limit. Ridiculous. long time. Or I have need of that much. The Mother Lobe. Or the quarry I was going for.
Excuse me, but how would you feel about me putting you in the body of Nick for the mirror?
If I had my hands, I'd slap your face.
Sorry, it's just really important.
So are manners, but you don't seem to care about that. Talk to Otto Mentalis if you need a donor brain. He's got hundreds of them in his brain frame. Creep.
Okay, sorry. Thanks.
How many times do they re-record that exact line with different voice actors?
No running.
Mildly impressive. Wildly inefficient. So, it's brain frame across from the quarry. Is this the fastest way there? I certainly hope so. Chat seems to think so. And that's a good sign. I demand that Ford, through sheer reputation, elevates us within the Psychonauts. He's been basically disgraced long ago, since he lost his mind. But nonetheless, the fact that we've met the man should make us the head of the Psychonauts, single-handedly. That's how I know inheritance of power to work. And nepotism and all that. But it's not how it works in Psychonauts. The one time I could theoretically be the benefactor of nepotism is in the game where it doesn't work like that. Just my luck. Brain frame. Where, oh where would Otto's lab be?
Ooh, fancy.
Oh right, these things. There's one over here, which appears to go right over there.
Yep.
Which is exactly what I wanted to do. Beautiful. This might be our easiest fetch quest yet. Let's find out.
Scanning for fingerprint. Access granted.
I don't know why I even bother scanning at this point. I have Truman's and Otto's permission level. And nothing's ever gonna block him, so just open every damn door.
Nice to see you again, Rasputin. And you've managed to stay clothed. Very good.
Wow. Look at all these gadgets.
Gadgets?
Staying clothed is a disturbing thing to point out if you don't have the context from earlier in the game.
Rasputin, I thought you would recognize these for what they are. These are dreams. Where do you think machines come from? They spring forth from the human imagination. They are human thought made real. I invented that one when I was angry. When I designed that one, I was sad. That one, I was just hungry.
Incredible.
Glad you like them. You know, I'm not supposed to check out equipment to interns, but Agent 9 seems to put a lot of faith in you, my boy. So, if you'd like to try one out, just let me know.
Oh, man.
I suspect we will not be invading Otto's brain.
Yep.
Because he doesn't seem like a very involved character. But we're probably about to find out. If we are headed in there, it's going to be real soon.
I'll take that card.
So I did want to state that for the record, that I assume we will not be playing a level inside of his brain. Just so that I can humiliate myself in case I end up being wrong. Could just as easily have said nothing. Made myself look way more media savvy. Not my style. Scavenger hunt piece?
Approved hazing rituals for new agents. Some things never change, I guess.
Beautiful. See, I don't know why there's this fuse box, because we can't disable the electricity. But the presence of the fuse box suggests that that might be feasible. Not that we need to. We can clearly just roll right over the electricity, no problem.
Yep. So many brains.
All voluntarily donated upon death. I have all the paperwork. Somewhere.
These people are all dead?
Their bodies are, and their brains are no longer capable of thought. But I've preserved them here, in the brain frame.
What for?
Experiments.
Ew. Really?
No room for the squeamish in psychic science, Sonny. The mind is the final frontier of humanity, and we've only begun to explore its mysteries. That is, after all, the true mission of the Psychonauts. Someday, my brain will live here, and yours too.
What?
Should have read that NDA more carefully.
Yeah, he clearly cares about consent from the donors of all these brains. Let's grab one at random. Chuck it in some dude's head. Cartoon Autopsy. That is a name of a song by Dog Fashion Disco, of all things. I feel like maybe this video game has not heard of the band Dog Fashion Disco, but if they have, interesting context for a shout out. Pretty good song too. Very weird name though, and it clearly is supposed to be a person's first and last name. Any other odd jokes here in the names list? Anything in specific I should be looking out for? Any reason that I'm scrolling through all this at all? Do I just want to see a billion randomly generated names that are totally meaningless to me? Apparently, yes.
You know, sometimes you see a brain and you just know you would have liked the person.
It's true. You can tell a lot about a person from their brain. Cause of death, gaming friends. We should all be so lucky.
Been in there too long.
Cause of death, bass guitar. That's a good way to go, if we're honest. Legitimately the best instrument. Max Hendricks. He probably got taken out by a guitar as well. Let's find out.
Unfortunate.
Nope. Gamer. Michael Hobbs doesn't even get capitalized letters.
Hey, I think I know this one.
If you say so. Oh yeah, that's right. This game was one of those Kickstarter smash hits. So the vast majority, possibly all of these, would be Kickstarters. Yep. It also explains why they're almost all gamers. Let's learn about Cartoon Autopsy. What's your deal, weirdo?
What went wrong here?
Okay, I
They're all
misclicked.
starting to look the same to me.
Okay, Doll Collector. Codename Bamboo Steamer. And unprocessed mines.
Hey, this one looks not bad. Not bad at all.
Release authorized. I'll take it. Hand me that brain.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
All right. We found a level.
Maybe I'm too late. Doesn't seem to be any life left here. Oh, hello. Can you hear me? My name is Raz. Who are you? How long have you been in here? What's your name?
Sorry. Oh, you. Sorry, I just haven't talked in such a long time. Oh my gosh, is that my voice? Is that what I sound like? What do you sound like? Oh my gosh, who are you? Are you not me?
My name is Raz.
Words. Words? You're saying words to me? What was that non-word sound I just made? Am I dying? No, not dying. I feel alive. Very alive. Who are you? Who am I? Am I anything? Am I everything? Am I God? Oh, I'm not sure, but I feel like I might be God, or the universe, or the ultimate cosmic oneness, or something in that jam. Am I right?
Well, basically right now, you're kind of a brain in a jar.
Huh?
But if you can remember your name, we might be able to find out what happened to your body.
I can't remember much of anything.
I believe you are suffering from extreme sensory deprivation. Years with no physical input has caused your memory and identity complexes to atrophy.
Oh, I am not ready for words that big yet.
I happen to know of a body that needs a brain right now to keep it out of trouble. If I were to place you in that body, you would start to receive fresh sensory input, which could trigger some of your lost memories.
Let's do it! Wait, what's a body? Aren't we all one?
I'll be right back.
What? Where can you go? This is everything.
I promise to be quick. While I'm gone, you try to remember stuff.
Okay, but please hurry. I'll try to remember when I created the universe. Or when I destroyed it.
Okay, not a level. Just a philosophical wisp. Waiting for a body.
If I put this brain into Nick's body, I think I'd be helping them both out. As well as helping me to get into the mail clerk's private office. Come with me, handsome.
Raz, still kissing brains. Nothing changed. It's only been 3 days since the last time he kissed a brain. So what would have changed? Clearly not that.
Too small for Nick.
Not allowed to have any of these brains.
Hard pass.
They're melted and rotted anyway.
No.
This is a bunch of brains stuck together. Otto's a madman.
Too big for Nick.
The man brain is too dumb, but the lady brain is too smart. The child brain is just right. Goldilocks.
Doesn't have the oblongata I'm looking for.
Yeah, guess we'll just teleport back. There was a teleportation site nearby that I noticed.
Nobody's eaten you yet? Well, don't take it personally.
A delicious lobster sandwich.
You shouldn't be back here. It's not safe. Also, personal bubble.
One could charge quite a bit for a sandwich of that nature. And Otto's just letting it rot. Saving it for lunchtime, maybe. So we need to get to the atrium, and there's no faster way to get to the mail room. Too bad. We could use faster methods of travel. Because they all lead to loading screens anyway. Any place that I can save time is for the better. Ah, well. Maybe Jane Doe is a music reference as well. Because that is Converge's most famous album. Or maybe virtually everything is music reference if you listen to obscure enough bands for long enough. Just maybe. Okay. We survived another loading screen.
Oh, you look just like my
Truly the ultimate challenge in this game. This lady has said we look just like her nephew every single time we have walked past her. Which is like a dozen times at this point. She is suffering some kind of severe psychosis. And we are absolutely not helping by continuing to trigger it every time we walk into the room. Not my problem. Maybe I'll psychonaut her later. But right now I am not on official business. Everything I'm doing is meant to be a secret. There's the mailroom.
Scanning access granted.
Let's re-brainulate the one guy who's been de-brained so far this game. Thereby solving our largest issue we've come across so far. I can burn that package, I cannot burn the poster. I can't get in there. Tells me I'm too big if I try.
There's a narrow slot, but I don't think I can fit.
Yeah. Harold could fit through it, but I can't, like, mind control him. And he doesn't seem interested in helping me out.
TV.
This again, Nick.
Nick, how would you feel about an upgrade to your sense of self-protection?
Ooh.
Can you hear me? Ball of light. Are you in there?
Light, dark, and every flavor in between. But all these colors are just one band in this sensual rainbow of rainbows. What is this room, and how can I taste it all at once? And who composed this symphony?
Nick?
One symphony is beautiful, but 100 all at once? Oh God, I can smell the Big Bang. There's an ant in the wall that's grinding its teeth. Everythingness, oneness, nothingness, nothingness, nothingness. Is this cashmere? It's too delicious.
I should really go back in there, but I'm just a little scared.
So he's experiencing what Bender experienced when he became human. An extreme overdose of the pleasures of the flesh. To put it in the most disturbing phrasing that I possibly could come up with. Let's see what he sees. Oh God. LSD on acid. Yes, that is intentionally redundant. Let's hop in that brain, I guess.
Plantains? I can see the future.
Probably shouldn't watch this too long. This has to be murder on the bitrate too. The bitrate that, as I previously stated, is already not that good.
Hey, Nick, I've got something here that will help.
Is it a blindfold? Earplugs?
Better.
Oh, I don't know if you want to come in.
Let us enter the blackness that is the void of this guy's mind. Or maybe now that he has senses again, the inside of his brain is also going berserk.
Whoa, 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 what the?
It's going
Ball
berserk.
of light? Are you in here?
I'm here. Everything's here. Too many things are here.
You're experiencing a sensory overload. Try to stay calm. Whatever you do, don't have a...
New enemy type. Really cool looking enemy too. Let's kill it. Teleported. And cloned itself?
How do we get out of here?
No. Fake clones. To represent the way that Panic will lie to you. I guess. Honestly, the enemies don't really accurately represent mental afflictions for the most part.
It's just too fast.
Dear universe, please shut up!
Okay, I wasn't actually allowed to kill
There we are.
that guy.
This is good. Let's stay here.
And I didn't need to. Ah. ASMR level now.
I don't like the looks of these, but I guess they're a sign that he's remembering something.
Yeah, these voids. They actually do look really, really good on my screen. And if you don't play this game yourself, you're not getting the full experience. Something about the presentation of this weird mercurial fog. It's really something.
Hope this is a good memory.
Not always easy to visually depict the concept of a memory. But this is certainly one way to do it.
Hope this is a good memory.
There's the ball of light.
I don't like the looks of these, but I guess they're a sign that he's remembering something.
That's gotta be Maligula. We've seen her silhouette before. It does look an awful lot like this.
Where are we?
Shh. It's a quiet place.
I think I hear someone knocking.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, we got a heartbeat. Always a good sign.
Come in?
Trippy.
Hey, I know you. You're Vision.
Oh, from WandaVision.
Yeah, and you're needed on stage. Come on, Psy King.
My dark place.
Psyche?
Okay, I thought we were doing another play level. Because the first game had a play level. But it might be a live concert. I hope it's a live concert. That would be awesome. Yeah. Or should I say, hell yeah. Although this does appear to be like a 70s psychedelic rock band.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Okay, here's the situation. Nick's body is sending you all sorts of sensory input. Smells, tastes, visuals, sounds, tactile feedback. You've just got to deal with it.
We know how to deal with a crowd, man.
Speak for yourself. I don't remember a thing.
You know, I said 70s psychedelia.
I mean, I'm happy to have an audience again.
But there are clearly, like, Beatles parodies going on here.
We knew what to do with them.
Beatles didn't make it to the 70s, so...
Maybe they'll go away.
I definitely think they were going for a 60s vibe here.
You know what this crowd wants?
Yeah, they came for a feast of the senses.
So give it to them.
Oh, wow, man, it's been so long. I don't even know where my violin is.
We gotta give him a Woodstock 99 2020.
What is a Feast of the Senses? Is it a band?
Well, it's more than a band, man. It's a non-stop festival of sights, sounds, smells, feelings, and flavors. And yes, it was our old band. Our old friends.
Let's get the band back together.
Who was in the band?
Besides me, there was Tasty, Dr. Touch, Audio, Sniffles, and of course on the mic we had the Psy King.
Why is Audio the only clever one?
What happened to the feast?
Well, the audience just disappeared one day, and the band drifted apart. I'd do anything to get the band back together again.
I'll find your violin. Just tell me where you last used it.
Can I even remember what it looked like? If only you could see the world
The way I see it.
Raz is having a bad trip. And fighting the final boss of Siren Blood Curse.
Huh. I thought the inside of an eyeball would be goopier.
Huh. This kind of reminds me of our old stage setup. Coincidence?
So far, it's very unclear what will cause progress to occur in this level. Just walking out on stage advanced the plot, and then talking to the eyeball did the same.
No? An old friend then? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, that's right. It's that kind of world.
Burn them all.
Check one. Check. Sibilance. Oops. I was just trying to adjust the height on that one. Check one. Check.
It's still mic check. With a broken mic. That's talent. Richard Horvitz certainly has enough microphone experience to be able to do that sort of feat. I've heard like 1,000 hours of his voice myself.
Eyes are the window. Color is the bridge.
Okay, let's ride this Pink Floyd album cover. Obvious reference.
The tip of the tongue, the lips and the teeth. Rock and roll.
Yeah, let's go full The Who on this shit.
A guy named Mike took my lunch money once.
Yeah.
That's why I did that.
Break all the instruments. Except the violin. We clearly need the violin for progress. But we don't know what it looks like. For some reason, that's the issue. Raz doesn't know what a violin looks like, so clearly we can't find it. Until we read the eyeball's mind.
Man, those things are too fast.
Check this out.
Whoa!
When you're alone as long as I was, time loses some of its meaning, and your perception of it becomes your reality. Want to give it a try?
Hell yeah. Slow down, lasers. I knew this was gonna happen, because we had the fan that we needed to get past in the mailroom. So obviously we needed to get an ability to get past that fan. And now we can. Time bubbling. I could hold time in a bubble. I'd do something like this. And then I would make a small amount of progress. Probably have to do it again.
Is this all the colors
In just a couple
there are?
seconds.
I'm starting to remember that there might be more.
Why, there's near infinite colors. You'd be shocked to know that there are 255 shades of red. Precisely. No more, no less.
Is that a fish? I think it's a fish.
Any more and you risk overflow.
I forget which is which.
Do not take that risk. I guess we'll...
Try your time bubble on those platforms.
Thank you for spelling that out as I was doing it.
Well, you rode on it, so I guess it's a bus.
I don't know what that meant. You rode on it, so I guess it's a bus. Fair enough. Eyeball bush. Sometimes you just gotta say what you see, because there's no other way to process what you're experiencing.
I've got eyes on the target. And I've got eyes on me. Hi.
Too bad you forgot invisibility. You had that in the first game. It's one of like 2 abilities that didn't carry over between games.
I see the violin. Did you see it? Sorry if you already saw it. I just think we should be checking in with each other. You know?
Poor guy's been starved for conversation for so long. Doesn't even need to say anything substantive to start a conversation going. Who could blame him? Let's see. Spotlight of power to make a rainbow bridge, indicating that we are deceased.
Light and time band together to fill the universe.
Rainbow bridges are symbolic of death. But like, a positive affiliation of death. Good death. The little death. Got some vines that exist exclusively to go get pigments. Collectible vines. Oh man, the soundtrack is fantastic here too. It would have to be, because they are parodying 60s psychedelic rock. That is not an easy thing to do. Uh-oh. I'm surprised I didn't die there. And that there's a hidden half a mind as a reward for not dying. Good thing I screwed up that jump. I should screw up more often. But yeah, the soundtrack in this game is very, very sparse. And nothing about it seems like the sort of thing that would work well out of context. But in context, it has consistently been pretty great.
Why'd he put his violin in here anyway? To protect the sound? Is it climate controlled?
Oh yeah, I love the building of the strings. That's such a fantastic touch. Contextually growing the music. Beautiful. I think I can telekinesis that so that I can open the door. But I am also going to need the slowdown ability. Let's try this. That is a mushroom. Mushroom is not going to help me, and I cannot telekinesis through these bars. What, would you be reaching a psychic hand through clearly open bars that you could practically reach your regular physical arm through pretty easily? Don't be ridiculous. Down I go. And I'm back. I'd really like to get that vault. I don't see anything specifically allowing me to manipulate my way in there. Maybe it is elsewhere. Maybe I'm just missing the obvious. Accidentally reassigned time stop. Up. Now, if I know anything about get the band back together missions, getting just the violinist is not going to cut it. We're probably going to have to find like 4 or 5 different band members, which may or may not be as involved as what we're doing right now. So this might be closer to a full-fledged level than the rest have been.
Only if you're not careful.
Oh, what's that over there? That is just a lollipop.
Let's go somewhere else.
Disagree. Maybe I should have listened. I wouldn't be screaming in horror if I had listened. There we go. Free lolly. Or a free nugget of wisdom. That's a free entire level up. I believe hard candies have been used as drug trip aids. I don't think that's what they were specifically going for, despite the psychedelic theme, but it would be appropriate if they were. And this game does seem to unironically promote cigarette smoking, which is rare in this day and age.
There we go.
So who knows what they're into
Man, this is a lot
over at Double Fine.
but I like it.
Nothing truly bends but our minds.
That's for sure, Vision.
It's all so beautiful, but it's too much. Too many colors.
Don't panic.
Ah, you said panic.
Up. Panic attack is back. What happens if I slow down an enemy? Seems like I have a far greater opportunity to strike them.
You're handling this so much better than I would be.
Something I haven't done in a very long time is
I feel like I'm about to go on stage.
purchase upgrades. And I have leveled up many, many times over the course of this very stream. Which means I should have access to numerous upgrades. Just hanging out in my inventory, waiting to be cashed in.
My fight or flight response is triggering. I say fight. Fight! You want me to time bubble them for you?
Achievement for killing all the shadow clones. Good for me.
Try putting them in a time bubble.
I tried that. It worked just fine. And panic is over. We shall never experience panic again.
Thank you. I don't know what got into me.
Now we shall be disturbingly calm, if anything.
What's that sound?
That should be emotional baggage, hidden somewhere. I don't think I have any bag tags, so I don't particularly feel incentivized to go look for that baggage. There it is.
This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
Yep. Woefully tagless. Oh, these health refill things keep respawning. Perhaps because I'm not getting the health out of them.
Once we get these light ticklers hooked up, the stage show is going to be incredible.
Yeah, let's get these light ticklers going. Nice. Easy figments.
Maybe these friends are different. I don't like the look of that thing. Why do all these creeps hate you so much?
What creeps? They're already dead. Feels like that would be prone to leading to some other secret area. The way that I got to that half a mind earlier. But also, perhaps not. Especially because there's clearly nothing in the vicinity of that thingamabob. Whoa. I did not mean to do that so efficiently. It's quite certain I had screwed it up. I like how the time stop ability clearly is meant to represent a person taking control of their own anxieties. Just sort of calming them so that they can function.
Here's the hatbox tag.
Similar to the way that the mental connection ability was analogous to one sort of organizing their thoughts so as to make better use of them. I will probably need to make that jump from a different angle. But yeah, in general, Psychonauts is good at symbolism. Maybe I don't have to make that jump from a different angle. No earthly idea how I would make this jump from this angle. That certainly ain't it. Probably barking up the wrong tree here. Yeah, I can get through, but cannot get to the platform. I mean, obviously. This is where we want to go. Like so. Just double back the way we came.
I love the shading and the perspective. Am I using these terms correctly? It's been a while.
You don't even know how long it's been. You lost your mind a long time ago. So long ago that you've completely depersonalized.
It's always now, and then kill. I was about to jump in there.
Ash in the garbage. Up. Beautiful.
tell Vision I said this, but eyeballs are kind of gross. If you look at them closely. I already feel horrible for saying that.
Oh, a lot of people feel the same. There's a band called Iron Reagan. And one of their songs is called Igor. And they made an entire music video out of famous clips of eyeballs getting stabbed out from various movies. I typically do not advise people watch that particular music video. But honestly, I'd never found it that disturbing.
This is a strange way to use a blender.
Blender, eh?
Oh, you're right. It's a lamp. A lamp for making drinks.
Okay. Now we're on the same page. I got the Hatbox tag, not the duffel bag tag. So that duffel bag is gonna stay crying.
Good old Vision. He always had such a good eye for, you know, visuals.
Yep. This guy needs a duffel bag.
Yep. Can't help ya. Sorry, Duffy.
We are all just frequencies of the same beam of light, rainbow bound and bonded.
Oh, think that statue's big enough? Oh, well, you need a big ego at the front of the band, am I right?
Is that an Alan Watt quote? Entirely possible. I feel like I'm listening to Starfucker. That's a band, by the way.
Is that possible? Is that what crying is?
I insist on referencing every obscure band that even I don't listen to very much. Giving myself that cred as a hipster elitist. I know all the bands that even I don't know about. Is there anything down here I want? One Figment. Nothing more valuable than one Figment. Besides another Figment. Seems like I should be able to get up there. Do stuff. Using the super jump. To what end, though?
Okay, I know this looks like a blender, but do not pour any drinks in it.
Gets us our next lamp. Good thing I took the detour up here. I thought it was a detour anyway. Clearly it's required.
It's clear to the object we desire. What was that again? Something to do with mixed drinks?
The one who keeps bringing up drinks, man. Really feels like I did not adequately explore this area. Like the fish there. We know I can ride this fish. I did not opt to do so. Surely there's some collectibles down that way.
Or have we bent around back to the beginning?
There's no way we're gonna have to find multiple instruments. Getting this violin is taking way, way, way too long.
Right, it's a violin. That's what we wanted. Well, what are you waiting for?
Getting more Figments, obviously. That is always worth the wait. Got Figments over there, maybe? No, I think that hand is empty.
Yep.
Let's just grab that fiddle. Grab it.
Yeah!
Not good enough.
Well, it's better, but to handle a crowd that size, we need the whole band, man. We need Tasty, Sniffles, Dr. Touch.
And Audie.
Yeah, Audio. You're remembering, man.
Where are they all now?
Oh, they wandered off when the audience left. Could be anywhere. This festival covers so many acres.
Hey! Didn't we used to have a cool band van?
Fieldmobile!
So, Vision is a fiddle shredder to rival Satan himself.
I'll bet they're still at the festival somewhere.
Get this guy down to Georgia.
These are the concession stands. If they got hungry, they'll be here. Good idea. Let's look here.
This is a weird minigame. But I'll take it. Despite the loading screens.
Sniffles hung around here a lot. Oh, so many scents and flavors.
And lines, man. So many long lines.
I'll go find Tasty and Sniffles.
Well, let's find Tasty and Sniffles. I'm sure it won't take as long as getting the violin did. But I'm legitimately surprised that this level is still going.
It's good to see you again, Vision.
I say it's good to see anything. Am I right?
Yes.
The violin acquisition process alone is about as involved as the last several levels have been in their entirety. And we still need to get, what, 5 more senses?
I think I hear something.
There's the vault. You gonna let me telekinesis that now, maybe? Of course not.
I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby. I think I hear something.
Shut up about the emotional baggage, Raz. Now is not the time. That counts as water. The audience is water. You know, they say crowd surfing is dangerous, but humans are 90% water. So the audience is 10% away from a pool. And other Mitch Hedberg classics. Grab the rope. Thank you.
Wow. Look at all the nicks. They sound hungry.
Hungry, eh? That choice of words is probably something akin to a clue.
I feel bad about cutting in line, but I'm on a mission.
I disabled the thing that I need, which is you. So that I can test the thing that didn't work anyway. Oh yeah, they're overturning the concession cart. Good for them, quite honestly. Get your free snacks. Using violence. Yeah, maybe I'll head down there and help later.
I think if I fell into that hungry crowd, they would eat me.
Trying to get some food to all the people. That could be worthy. There have been many a benefit concert to help starving people. This would just be more direct about it than usual.
There they are!
Yep, here's the crew.
Excuse me?
Hang on, kid.
We're trying to decide what to order.
You can eat after the show. Vision and Psy King are waiting by the van.
What? Psy King is back?
Let's get our instruments.
We've been in this line for so long, I'm not even sure where they are.
Hey, we had to find the people, then their instruments, So we still got many, many steps to go before this level is over. I would like to complete it before the end of the stream, though. But I figure we might be here a while. I'm fine with that. I'm liking this level. I really, really like the theme and the vibes of it. And the look of it, of course. All very, very sharp.
What's that sound? Yep.
There were plenty of areas that I could have visited and opted not to. I need to correct that now, I think. And I've fallen in such a way that I made it as arduous a process as possible. Lucky me. Up. Help me out here, camera. Camera has rather frequently gotten stuck inside of things throughout this game. It has often led to misfortune. Anything back here? Instruments, maybe? We don't even know what instruments we're looking for. But I figure if we find anything, it's probably what we need.
Wow, this unruly crowd takes me back to my circus days. Except we never really had crowds.
It's weird that they would be unsuccessful at the circus, because they do seem to be legitimately very, very good at circus performing. It's never been suggested that they were incompetent at all their acrobatics. Not sure why they wouldn't be able to draw a crowd. General eccentricity or racism against Grillovians?
I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby. I need the purse tag here.
The tags are very, very far apart. We got the duffel bag tag. The duffel bag is way back in the first segment. And we got it in this segment, so you would have to backtrack to the first part of the level. Is not an attractive prospect. Oh. Fantastic work. Thank you, checkpoint. Making up for my incompetence. Look at these fish. They're thrilled to be here. That one might have just died, but it's still floating. Through this lovely pastel sky. No better place to float. Okay, why the hell can't I find these instruments? Or open that gate? What am I missing?
Do they have corn dogs? If so, that's what you should get.
Kid, the psyching is back. This is no time for eating. I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, last thing I expected to hear from a giant mouth.
Why don't you just buy new instruments?
My instrument is like a part of me.
Yes, mine too. But part of me I set down somewhere and I can't remember.
How about a hint?
You guys let me take a look. I'll bet I can find them.
Oh, Tasty, I can't decide.
Well...
Going another level deeper and trippier into this level, which is itself a sub-level in a larger
Maybe
quest.
I can find their instruments before they make up their minds.
Ah, damn, is this convoluted. And over-designed. And cool. What's up with this bag of marbles?
I have to admit, I'm a little afraid of this one.
Why? Because of all the tongues and boogers? That's all just part of being in a band, man.
You said it, Psy King. So it feels like I should roll the marble up the wall. But that's only because that's how it worked in the bowling ball level. I don't think that's how it's going to work here. Instead... we can set the tongue on fire, clearly. Slow the tongue down. Shoot it with lasers. Telekinesis is often the solution to these sorts of things. Whatever they're made of, it might be illicit.
My instincts are telling me not to hold this thing too long.
Put it in with the rest of the marbles, maybe? Makes a certain amount of sense. But it also made the thing explode.
I swear I can taste this thing.
Yeah, that mouth doesn't want any.
I'm just assuming these are big gumballs.
How many quips could you possibly have?
Oh, these things feel weird.
Knowing this game, you could have a lot of quips. Up. Hey, that worked. Feel like I did similar multiple times. But that time it worked.
Peace and quiet again. How nice.
Heal up a tiny bit. And... zap this thing.
This smells like the way across.
A smell is both something you give and something you take.
I'm not sure that's as philosophical as what Vision had to say. Hard to be philosophical about smells. Apparently. We can slow down that tongue.
Say what you will about the tongue, but it's a very sensitive and capable organ.
Disturbing. I might clip that and make it into a stream alert. Or a thing that I want people to never do again. Because... yeah, if that were a stream alert on a stream that I was watching, I would not do the thing to trigger it. Personally. Uh-oh. I got licked.
To be honest, this is more tongue than I would prefer.
This guy has good taste when it comes to tongues. So there's the spotlight we need to get to. It's very far away. Can I shoot this eyeball? Absolutely not. But I needn't. to advance.
I've forgotten how many flavors there are. It's one of those double-decker buses.
Alright, fish. I did not time the fish stoppage very well. Uh-oh. I did not stand on the stopped fish very well. Nope, that's not gonna cut it. Back I go. This'll do it. Yeah. Flawless.
Here's the steamer trunk tag.
Yep. I should probably kill these things,
I think you like that a little too much, if you ask me.
since they are enemies. Do I need to send this tongue on a drug trip? Probably. But I am woefully lacking in drugs.
That ugly muscle back in your mouth, tasty.
There's my drugs. Drugs.
What are these made of?
Gotta remember what button I assign drugs to. And deliver them.
Teamwork. Hey, I can taste you.
Uh-oh.
Wanna know what you taste like?
Not really.
You taste like shoes. But new ones.
You know, new shoes can smell pretty good. I wouldn't necessarily want to eat them. There could definitely be worse things to taste like.
Smell? Oh God, it's my own sweat.
Hey, don't.
I can smell my own sweat. You're not supposed to be able to do that, are you? Oh God, now I can taste it. Ah.
All the things to panic about. Oh, we'll deal with it. I should reassign my flamethrower. And at this point, I absolutely need to upgrade it, or else combat's gonna take forever.
Calm.
So, telekinesis. Yeah, let's add slow cooker. That should increase our DPS. Time bubble. Sure.
I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I'm basically the lord of all time, space, and dimension now.
Indeed. Time bubble does seem to increase our DPS by lowering enemy damage output, thereby allowing us to be more reckless, and will be punished less in the process. Your powers are no longer restricted by cooldowns at rank 102 if you purchase those upgrades. Rank 102 is a very, very long way away. Too bad. Chain damage is also pretty good. And one more level up required for further upgrades.
My fight or flight response is triggering. You remember that thing I taught you about slowing down time?
Let's see if we're actually putting out more damage here in practice.
I can't breathe. Maybe you could slow this thing down.
Feels like the one of them is almost dead, a lot faster than the first one we fought.
I feel like I'm about to go on stage. You remember that thing I taught you about slowing down time?
Yeah. It's all very straightforward. Despite my poor performance. Okay, I died. But the Dream Fluffs are a resurrection. I guess I should buy more Dream Fluffs. If they're gonna be that convenient.
That thing I taught you about slowing down time.
Okay. One down. That's really all I needed.
Stay calm, man. Stay.
This will make it way easier to obviously focus on a single target.
My heart is racing. I have a heart.
Thereby maximizing my damage output on that target.
How do we get out of here?
Oh, maybe he died.
Stay calm, man. Stay calm.
But he keeps teleporting around, so I'm actually unclear when he's dying or about to die or has died.
Oh, phew. Oh, yeah. Back to my regular smell again. Which, if I'm being honest, I've never heard any complaints about.
My man smells great. Full health. Let's get flipping. Follow the figments.
You can't breathe without smelling.
I'll have some instruments soon enough.
That nostril is as hairy as a Saint Bernard turned inside out.
Oh, mental connections. Don't even have that equipped. Let's put that over power kinesis, I guess. Been a long time since I've seen mental connection points.
You know that without smelling, most flavors fall flat.
Damn it.
That's a known fact.
Sniped. Get in there. I guess I just gotta blaze through it here.
This area really smells.
I like so. And our ricochet shot kills everybody very, very quickly. It's wonderful. You know, maybe I could have bought the Dark Thoughts upgrade and used that as a secret path that I could access. But I can't do that now.
Whoa, I did not see that coming.
Good one, Raz. This level had to be gross too, because every level I've played today has been gross. Believe it or not, this is the least gross one I've played so far.
High five. Wait, don't do that. I go flying like a racquetball.
Yeah, now we only need to fire like one shot to kill everybody. Should have bought the Chain Blast way sooner. It's great, and I knew that from the first game.
Yep.
Spotlight, which will get us more drugs, which will get us further access. Is there anything drugs can't do? I highly doubt it. Uh-oh, I'm falling and dying. That's actually one of the more brutal checkpoints we've seen in the game. I don't need to go over there. What am I doing? I need a telekinesis, which I guess I will put over Psyblast.
Oh, these things feel weird.
Still hate having to reassign all my abilities all the time like that. It's worth it, but it's always going to be burdensome. And there are ways around it. PsyOps the Mind Gate conspiracy proved it. Hey, instruments. Beautiful. How many guitars does this band need? Arguably never enough. But they're pushing it. The limits of that argument are being strained to their breaking point. What's the point of this, though? What is over there? Oh, half a mind. Now, half a mind is potentially a terrible thing to waste. So I am loath to make detours at this point. But I'm gonna.
This bridge has a strong smell. That's a good sign. The flavor of the Big Bang is ever expanding.
Uh-oh, I'm falling. We are still tripping out on various drugs. We went inside a giant mouth to restore the sense of taste and smell simultaneously. So that is appropriate for dinner time. You're definitely going to want those senses whilst eating food. And that was a very easy detour to make. Lucky me. So we got 2 more instruments. And there should be at least 2 more where that came from. It is taking me forever to get each and every one of them.
Okay, those people just don't appreciate flavor. But I loved it.
Ooh, that's a good look on you, Psy King.
We need to get the whole band back together. Am I right?
We need Dr. Touch. And we need audio.
So are they going to be together? Or will I have to get them both separately? Only one way to find out. Might as well get these figments. Any other collectibles? Nope. Just cutscenes.
Yeah, I think they only want you guys.
Yeah, it's always rough on the opening act. Sorry.
Figments, though. Okay, there's no more figments. Wasn't I driving my van through weird, trippy overworld?
I should probably get back in the...
Yeah, the Feelmobile. Thank you, Raz. Telling me about your own game. As I become increasingly unable to follow it. This game is good for people whose attention span has been burnt to a crisp.
Got the first tag.
And streamers who are otherwise distracted with commentary and all that. Speaking of Mario Kart,
Let's go somewhere else.
Everybody, back in the van.
let's get in the van and go driving. Road trip.
Can't beat that old van smell.
Where are we going?
I honestly don't know where we're
I'd
going.
have wandered into the campground, it's true. Ooh, our promoter's not gonna like that. We're not here to run people over, all right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
the woods seem like a fine place to go.
Careful, this van's barely holding together as it is.
And let's see.
You want me to drive? I don't want to brag, but I've got eyes.
Yeah, it looks like the woods will be the last segment
Whoops.
Ooh, our promoter's not gonna like that.
in the
We're not here to run
sensorium.
people over, all right? Good idea. Let's look here.
Oh, someone's actually enjoying this. That's
This is the campground.
astounding sometimes. Sometimes I need to remind myself
They like to get high out.
that I'm doing this because people
So,
like
You're
it.
saying they're up there?
It's not
The view
always
up there is amazing.
a logical thing that I can wrap my head around. But good to know.
Just take a nap.
Very good to know.
Oopsie.
I will be streaming again tomorrow. I don't normally stream on Saturdays, but I had to skip a bunch of streams this week. So Saturday will be like a makeup. So, as we probably get relatively close to ending this level, that's when I will end this stream.
Still, where are all the bathrooms?
And then tomorrow, who the hell knows how complicated our next step in saving Ford Cruller will be. At this point, this game could be 1,000 hours long, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. It's like a JRPG.
What's that sound?
Except that it is ridiculously over-designed in every single way. Cheer up, bag. I have exactly what you need. Being advised to go this way. I think I did go this way already. It didn't really get me anywhere. Definitely not going to get anywhere from this haphazard Alice. Self-destructive in any number of ways.
Actually, I hope I don't find them. That would really hurt the senses.
Was that a pun? I don't know. I don't get that one, Raz. Raz is really the least funny and clever character in this game. Especially when he's trying to be funny and clever. He's still likable. I have no complaints about Raz as a protagonist. It's just a consistent character trait of his. Seems to have worked. The music is getting more textured. We can tell we'll be finding drums. The drummer is in this area, because percussion is becoming more pronounced as we explore. Yeah, protagonists consistently, in most good games, are also the most boring character. Because it really emphasizes the character of everything else in the game. Sometimes it works to have your main character be, like, the main driving force personality-wise, but often you want to let the game do the talking.
You started this.
Oh, choo-choo. Here comes the blame train.
For someone who's all ears, you really don't know how to listen.
For someone who's all fingers, you've really lost your grip.
Didn't you guys see the huge crowd down there? People are screaming for the Feast of the Senses.
That's what I've been telling this one. But the problem with him is that he just won't listen.
Without Psyking, there is no feast. There's nothing.
But Psyking is back.
What?
He's down by the van with Vision.
But we're not ready. We haven't practiced. Dr. Touch, where are our instruments?
I thought you had them.
The old instrument hunt. Let's chat with them. I think they're gonna suck me in. And then another sub-level. Within this sub-level. Within a sub-level.
Hey, that kind of pressure is not helping.
Yes, that makes us just want to stay up here. Where it's
Never gonna get over the degrees of inception throughout this game.
Maybe you could perform without your instruments?
What could we possibly perform without our instruments?
Magic? I do know a little sleight of hand, you know.
Please.
Let me take a look. I bet I can find them.
Sounds good to me.
Let me give you a hand.
Cram Raz right in that giant ear. And away we go.
Okay, 2 instruments coming up.
Hey, I love what they've done with the place.
Okay, let's get those instruments and get out of here.
If I know Audie, this is gonna sound awesome. Oh, and Dr. Touch is good too. Careful. Dr. Touch can be a little handsy.
It's a bit hard to beat the sense of sound at being a musician. I'm sure Dr. Touch is good at other things, but never going to be a better musician than audio.
Audie and I used to sneak up here and talk about our hopes and dreams. It was so beautiful.
Guess let's just fly over there? No, I'm not gonna. Oh, I made it.
Ha! The instruments! Nothing between me and them except that innocuous-looking empty platform.
Fair enough. Surely we're almost done with this level.
I think I hear something.
So this is probably going to be a sub-boss, like a mini-boss fight. Panic attack, maybe? What do we think?
I just remembered something I need to do.
To equip all my attacks. Always very important.
Oh, that looked painful. But take it from me, feeling bad is better than feeling nothing.
Blast them all.
Do that thing with your head again.
My levitation is an attack, but I don't use it to harm enemies very often, because my attempts to do so typically get me hurt instead. I have a second row of health. And it feels like I missed a lot of the optional health upgrades. So who knows how many rows of health you could end up with if you were going for 100% in this game. Yep. Missed with that.
You want me to take care of these guys?
Looks like I can roll myself into the water, as long as I stay on top of my levitation thing. Or maybe I just landed in a lucky spot.
Keep dodging, kid.
That's the only reason I didn't void out.
This didn't used to be such a dangerous area, I swear. You didn't hear this from me, but maybe you should just burn them all.
I don't even really need to use the slowdown. Because these enemies are all dying too fast.
Hear the sound of one hand clapping, and it's deafening.
Just calm.
Here's our panic attack. Overdue. But I can take it. It's probably 3 panic attacks at this point. Now it's a panic attack and friends. The friends should pose no threat whatsoever. Because of my ricochet shot. Legitimately killing everything. Merely by its association.
I like it here. I feel like I'm about to go on stage. My fight or flight response is triggering. I say flight. Flight! Stay calm, man. Stay calm.
Oh yeah, I'm hooking this panic attack's goose.
My fight or flight response is triggering. I say flight. Flight! I feel like I'm about to go on stage.
It's over already. Easiest panic attack yet.
Oh, all right. I'm feeling better. I'm ready to help. Hey, where'd he go?
amazing to consider that we still have many, many offensive upgrades to purchase as we continue to level up.
All that sound requires is the cooperation of the entire universe between us.
Fair enough. Yeah, no secrets. This area was just a little bit of combat. Not even that difficult of combat. Frankly, a mercy after how long the last area was. I like this level, but it has overstayed its welcome. Good pacing would wrap it up very soon.
Oh, I gotta say, King, you're almost looking like your old self again.
I'm sorry I abandoned the band, you guys.
Hey, it's gonna make for a better rockumentary someday.
That's for sure. Your band needs drama.
Time for the feast.
If you want anyone to make a video essay about them. Oh, hell yeah. Really time for the soundtrack to shine.
Lost alone, neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown. At the bottom of a lake of frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started molecule through my cosmic eye. Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had. Unlocking all my memories. I never
Wanna bet, Helmut? Uh-oh.
Oh no, not again. I know her from Lobato's nightmare.
I know her from my nightmares.
Don't worry, all your friends are here.
Friends? Oh, do you mean these friends? The ones who abandoned him in the ice for 20 years.
Don't listen to her.
Dear universe, please, shut up! There we go. That's better. Problem solved.
Ball of light? You're Helmut Fullbear. Everyone thinks you died in the deluge of Grulovia. What happened?
I can't remember much of anything.
Well, if you don't mind, I can try to help with that.
Jack Black is a much better singer than I ever gave him credit for. That was entirely outside of his usual vocal styling. He was effectively singing in character as Helmut Fullbear there, and nailing it.
What's going on here?
This was my stupid plan to defeat Maligula.
Oh, I'm supposed to be doing something. Slowing down time?
You were going to act her to death?
I did a monologue about Lucy's life and what she meant to us, to try and bring her back. I was useless that day.
You think you were useless that day? I tried to stop her with a motivational speech.
Actually, Fulbert, you distracted her long enough that I was able to recruit some local animals to help. Which also didn't work.
We all brought what we had to the battle. The main thing was, your beautiful performance did bring out the old Lucy. Just for a bit.
It reminded us that she was in there.
So, Maligula used to be your friend? And her name was Lucy? Was she the 7th member of the Psychic Six, Lucretia Mux, but she went bad somehow and then you all had to go fight your friend?
I liked not remembering stuff.
Raz finally figured out what we figured out hours ago. Good for him.
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, me too. You guys! I'm right here! Where are you going? Why did you all abandon me for 1,000 years?
20.
Maybe in your world? Did they even look for me? Did they all forget I existed?
We did look for you, Fulbert.
But my stupid hyper-high glaciator there, which we brought to freeze Maligula, well,
It worked as designed, Otto. But you were so deep in that frozen lake, we couldn't find you.
No matter how much we dug.
I know you're just speculating here, Helmet. I think you're probably right.
But I sent you my brain, Ford. Didn't you find it?
I don't know.
Ford must have brought your brain back because I found it in Otto's lab. But he must have lost that memory when his mind was shattered in the battle.
My brain was shattered?
Well, come on. It was a little cracked to begin with.
If my body's been in hyper-ice all this time, I'll bet I look amazing.
That's a weird guess, but fair enough.
Not my best opening night, I'll tell you that. Oh no, I can't look. This is where that monster drowned my Bobby. Because I failed. Because my stupid plan couldn't save him.
No, you saved me. You threw yourself into the path of danger, sacrificing yourself to save me. Rather dramatically, I might add.
Well, I mean, thank you.
So, I'm not dead. I'm out there somewhere waiting for you to come back to me.
I'm coming to you, right now. I swear.
Better hurry. You know how I get.
Memories, my boy. Just a show we put on inside our heads. Sometimes the first draft of the script stinks. Thanks for helping me with the rewrites. Now let's go give the people what they want.
Which one's Bobby? Have we not met Bobby yet? He sounds important.
Everybody stand back. Remember, this is our friend, Lucy. She's going through a tough time. I think she might just need someone to listen to her.
Save your sympathy for your strawberry, Zanato.
Ah, Bob Zanato. Thank you. Video game, for telling me what you're talking about.
Time out, Lulu. Now's your chance, quick!
Quick what? Shoot her with fire? It worked.
What are you waiting for?
For my fire to recharge.
Great! The audience loved it. Do it again!
And just hurt the ghost, I guess.
One last curtain call and the show's over.
Just that easy. Easiest boss fight yet.
I haven't found your body yet, Fulbear, but not to worry. I've got your brain, and I'm going to keep it safe back at HQ and come back for the rest of you. Just after I figure out what to do with Lucy.
Okay, I know you won't forget about me.
I don't think anybody's going to forget about you after that performance. In fact, I think they're demanding an encore.
Obviously gotta finish the damn song. Right? They're not gonna finish the song. A true tragedy. I guess that explains all the rainbows, though. If, Helmet and Bob Zanato were in a gay relationship. That is pretty cool, though. Although it has been implied that Bob Zanato betrayed them or was otherwise unlikable and got thrown out of the Psychic Six. We'll learn plenty more after the next flood of cutscenes that are likely to appear. They gotta be loading something here. Typically, it's cutscenes.
Senior staff only.
Who am I again?
Nick John Smith.
Nick John Smith, senior mailroom staff.
Welcome, Helmet Fulbear, deceased.
About time they sent me an assistant.
Ford's gonna be so excited when he figures out who you really are, Agent Fulbear. Everybody is.
Kid, I owed you one, and now we're square. But I'm not ready to face Cruller. Not until I talk to Bob.
But
lots of baggage to unpack. You wouldn't understand. But please, tell no one of my return.
But
I'll see you at curtain call.
Oh, somebody shut that door before the wind blows all my letters away.
All right. One more crawler level. Yep, only one aspect remains. We had to solve an entire full-length level just to get access to this version of Cruller. That was a fantastic level. I love the thematic elements of it. And the music, which is tied into the thematic elements because it was about music. And it's about damn time there was a music level in this series. All these games have been insistent on exploring various forms of artistic expression. Music was inevitable, and they nailed it. Because of course. What's his name? Double Fine guy. Tim Schafer is a big, big music dork. So, I mean, he made the entirety of Brutal Legend just to express how big of a music dork he is. Good thing he's good at it. But that did take way, 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 way longer than I expected. So, wrap up the stream now. Tomorrow we'll come back. We'll save Ford Cruller. We'll see what the hell else happens in this game that keeps on going and keeps on going strong. Tune in if you're as curious for where this is all headed as I am. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a good one.